Hello everyone, I'm Altaf. I'm the founder of Snaptrude, and in this video I will be helping you create a 2 BHK layout out of a floor plan image. Please watch the previous video if you would want to get started on the basics of Snaptrude, and we are covering navigation as well as the initial aspects of drawing in our previous video. In this video, as I said, we will get started by converting a floor plan image into a layout. Let me get started by clicking on this upload sketch button, which will allow us to upload the image of the floor plan. Let me fetch the image of the floor plan from my file browser. Let me click and drag it to this window. On pressing submit, you'll see that my drawing will appear in my Snaptrude project, and a line will appear which will be asking you to enter dimension in millimeter or whatever unit you are using. I will use these two grips to realign this, reposition this line so that I can enter a scale and set the scale of this image. I will say that this is about 4.5 meter or 4500 mm and press enter, and you'll see that the object is now scaled by a factor of 0.05. Since it's a floor plan image, I will use the draw tool to draw over my image to create a drawing. So here I will click and see that a line is being created along the red axis, and I'll use my keyboard to input a value of 4500 mm. And I will now extend it along the blue axis and create a line of 4000 mm. As shown in the previous video, you're able to see that now the snapping indicator appears to the origin of the drawing, and I can click over here and go back and complete the drawing by clicking on another snapping indicator which will complete the drawing. I will now use this object as my anchor to be able to draw the neighboring mass. As you can see, when I'm hovering over an edge or a vertex, it gets highlighted to show me that I can pick them as my anchor elements. I will pick this vertex as my anchor element and start drawing along the red axis. I will type 4500 again and create a line in this direction. Now to be able to, now I'll start drawing the blue axis. Now to be able to align it exactly to this line, I will hover over this line or the vertex, and you'll see a pink indicator is visible to show you the snap. And here I'm able to click to get an aligned drawing out of these snaps. I'll click again on this vertex and complete the drawing over here. Now to be able to draw the balcony, I'm using my mouse to be able to zoom in and zoom out, and I'll zoom into this portion. Now I will use this snap indicator as this vertex as my snap indicator or the anchor element to draw my balcony, which is about 1350 mm along the blue axis and 3500 along the red axis. I will now snap it along the blue axis and get my drawing completed for this balcony. Similarly, I will now draw it over here, but as you see, I would have to start on the edge to be able to create this balcony. So I will use this edge as my anchor element to be able to draw the balcony, to be able to draw this balcony. I'm again creating it along 1350 mm along this direction and about 4000 mm along this direction, and I'll go below and snap it to this edge and complete it by doing the intersection over here. Similarly, I will now try and draw my other rooms as well by using various snap indicators. I will draw this to be about 1200 mm. I will now draw this toilet to be about 1200 mm and about 3500 mm along the red axis, and I'll go back, select on this edge and complete it. Now I will use this anchor element of the vertex to be able to draw another toilet 1200 mm along the blue axis, and I'll use this as my snap indicator to be able to do this. Now you can see that now since I'm on the vertex, I can double click over here and complete the drawing. So if I double click, it will create a point over here as well as go back and join the origin of the drawing. I will do it again for my kitchen. I will use this as a snap indicator. I will draw about 2000 mm along this direction, and I will use the similar thing to draw my kitchen as well. I will click and draw 2000 mm along the blue axis. I will draw about 4500 mm along my red axis. And when I'm here, you're able to see that the snap indicator is visible. If I double click, it will complete this drawing. Similarly, let me complete my utility room as well. At any given point of time, I'll show you if you commit an error while doing the draw tool, you can recover from it as well. So in this way, I'll intentionally do a mistake to show you how we can correct it. I will draw 1100 mm over here, and along this direction, I would have to draw 4500, and by mistake, say I added an extra zero, it will create a very long line. And now it's a mess. So to be able to come out of it, if I just press the escape key, you will see that this line will disappear and I can now still have control over drawing it again. Now I will type it 4500 again as my correct value and can continue drawing. I'll double click here to complete it back again. To draw the living room, which is not a rectangle, which we have been doing till now, I will use the snap indicators or the vertex indicators as my anchor elements to complete this drawing. So I'm using these two as my vertex indicator. I'll use this one as well, my vertex indicator over here, vertex indicator over here, and I will snap it to this edge. I will snap it over here and complete it in this way. Now again, I would have to draw the balcony as well, the sit out over here. I will use the edge indicators to create it. I will add 1350 mm over here and about 2200 along the blue axis, and put it back again on my edge and snap it to my origin point. As you're able to see now, we have been able to create a drawing out of this floor plan layout. We can view it in 3D as well by going to the 3D view by clicking on this icon, home icon, and any given point of time we can go back to the 2D view by clicking on the story number. So I will show you a few more details of modifying this drawing and how to add labels as well. So to add labels, I will click on this select tool and I can double click on any of my drawing element to be able to start typing. As you saw when I double clicked, a small menu appeared over here and I can start typing over it. I'm typing LIV and it's showing me recommendation of living room. The moment I click enter, you'll see that the living room label is added to it. Similarly, I'll do it for this bedroom. I'll double click over here and the menu appears. I can start typing bedroom and it'll show me recommendation while I'm just press B and E and press enter, it'll become a bedroom. So these labels can not just be added in 2D, they can also be added in 3D. I will go back to the 3D view and try to complete the labels. So to this mass, I will go to the select tool. I will double click over here and I will say that this is my balcony, and you're able to see it is converted to a 1 meter high mass. So Snaptrude is intelligent and will start taking decisions based on the input data which you'll be able to add. So I'm using my middle mouse button to be able to orbit around to see these portions of my drawing. I will double click on this to be able to convert them into balconies as well, and these two to balconies as well. And I will add bedroom label over here, toilet label over here, toilet to this as well. I'll call this as my kitchen, and this one would be my utility. Now, as you're able to see, we have been able to add these labels. If you want to hide these labels at any given point of time, just press escape. All those will be hidden to you. You can go back again to the 2D view by pressing on the story view and seeing the drawing, and you can navigate back to the 3D view by pressing on the home icon. Now, since this is now a mass model, if you have to convert and create a double line drawing and a detailed BIM model out of it, I will click on create building. With this one button, you will see a double line detailed drawing is generated in 2D as well as in 3D with a single roof slab added to it. I can hide the slab by clicking over here on this toggle, and you will see that all the internal walls are created as well. So this is how we are able to go from a normal floor plan sketch to a detailed 3D model. So please do keep watching our next video, where we will show you how to do complex geometry edits and also add doors, windows, and use tools like auto interiors to be able to generate furniture layout from Snaptrude as well. Thank you so much.